Muhammad Shariful Islam, who has a secret number and a mysterious star he wants to tell us about. You have the floor.
Okay. First, I should share the screen. Is it on the screen, please?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yes. Is my voice clear today?
Till now, yes.
Yes, very clear.
All right. Today's topic is, may I start? May I start?
Yep.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
All right. Thank you very much. Today's topic actually that I'm going to present is about the mysterious number 1477 and the star on Islam Shah Rupee. This coin is very famous because of this mysterious number 1477. This topic has already been published in the Journal of Oriental Numismatic Society in volume 234 in winter 2018. And the topic was almost similar, along with the contemporary Islamic cultural issue has been discussed in detail also in the paper. If someone wants to, those who have this book already will find this discussion in this particular area, in this area, 240, page number 248 to 54, this particular issue has been discussed in this book also. A word of caution, we should be very careful about my subsequent discussion in this particular presentation, because I request not to take the discussion as a presentation related to religion, but about the culture. It is actually issue related to culture. And here is the coin under discussion. This is the coin. And on this coin, on the obverse, we have the legend of the rulers, along with the margin and the center as well, in Arabic, as well as in Nagari inscriptions. And on the reverse, there is Shahada at the center, and on the margin, name of 4 caliphs. This is the area actually we are going to talk about today. And here we have a number in Arabic, 1477. And also the star and a dot. Though I don't have any explanation of the dot, but I'm trying to give an explanation of the number and the star of this particular coin. First, I should talk about the earlier theory. Gordon and Goenka did not say anything about this particular thing. They said, they did not conclude. They said meaning of this particular thing is not established yet. Nicholas Rhodes and Shankar Escabosh, they gave an explanation. I'm calling it a theory. They anticipated, they mentioned this as a coin from Bengal. I don't have any doubt on this particular thing, on this particular issue. But they mentioned that it was the 1477 is a pseudo date. And they also mentioned that on these coins, there are Hijri dates 952 to 60. And the 1477 Shaka year, that actually is the 1555 in the Gregorian year. And this year is the accession year of Naro Narayan of Kuzbihar. So Bose and Rhodes, they wanted to conclude that the number 1477 is the accession year of Naro Narayan. But unfortunately, the accession year of Naro Narayan was 3 years later than the last date of Islam Shah. So I actually tried to know whether this particular theory is fine or not. I observed some weaknesses in this theory. So to find out first whether this theory is fine or not, I talked to several people who have experiences of observing hordes over years, both from the Kuch Bihar region and the Bengal region. And from the responses, I found that in the Kuch Bihar hordes, they seldom find the Suri coins, Islam Shah coins of this particular type. And the Sultanate hordes, where they find the Suri coins, Suri dynasty coins, there they find several different kinds of coins of Sher Shah, Islam Shah, Muhammad Adil, Ghiyath al-Din Bahadur, etc. But actually, they usually don't find any Kuch Bihar coins in those hordes. This is a general observation of those people who have experience of observing hordes. I also have some experiences of looking at them, a few of them. This is one of them. Actually, the whole total complete horde I could not see ever. But what happens usually, they come in some few lots in the market. So I saw this particular lot. I have observed about 5-6 lots of Suri dynasty coins after they have been discovered by some people. And this is one of them. In this particular lot, you will not see a single Kuch Bihar coins, but other Suri dynasty coins are here. Mostly from Sher Shah, Islam Shah, some from later Bahadur Shah, or I was expecting one from Muhammad Shah Ghazi though, but I could not find one of them here. But okay, so you see these coins, and here 4 of them are of the type that we are discussing here today. That is 1477 type Islam Shah Rupee. These are of those kinds. All remainings are of Sher Shah or other rulers of the Suri dynasty or later Muhammad Shahi dynasty. Here is another lot. You see all the coins belong to Suri dynasty or later Muhammad Shahi dynasty, and not a single of these are from Kuch Bihar. And out of these, the red marked, tick marked ones are of the type that we are discussing today. That means Islam Shah 1477 type coin. So what is the main problem of the theory that was given by Nicholas Rhodes and Bose is that they argue that it's a posthumous coin of Islam Shah. That means 1477 is the accession year of Noronayran, that is 3 years later than the last date of Islam Shah. So it's a posthumous coin. But unfortunately, the thing is, if it was a posthumous date, then the coin should not have other dates. But if we look at the coin, then we see that the coin has 1477 at the top and the date of issue here. And it is not the only date. Through observation, both of us, that means Nicholas Rhodes and Bose, they also mentioned that these coins bear these dates, 952 to 60. I also have similar observations. So actually, these dates are indicating that the coins have been issued from during the reign of Islam Shah in different years, in different dates. So these are not posthumous issue, and these are not related to Kuch Bihar at all. So what is it actually is? So I had to, this kind of research means when there is no information available. We have to start from zero. We have to start from nowhere. So I had to search on internet several kind of things that might be possible or probable. And I'm going to tell you that please don't consider my presentation, my argument as a theory, but a conjecture actually, because I don't have any evidence of anything. So, but I have some logic to present here. To present the logic, first I have to introduce the Abjad numeric system, because after several efforts of trying this and that, I found some connection of the number of probability of connection of this number with the Abjad numeric system. So first I'm going to talk about Abjad numeric system. It is actually an alphabetic numeric system that uses 28 letters of the Arabic alphabets. And it is also known as Hisab al-Arabi, and that was introduced in pre-Islamic period. Used for calculating the value of anything or any words or sentences or verses. By using this, they actually use this table for calculating the value of those things, the words or verbs or verses or anything. Say, if I want to know the value of lam, this is lam, L. So if the value of lam will be 3 multiplied by 10, 30. The value of ta will be 4 multiplied by 100, 400. This is ghain. The value of ghain will be 1 multiplied by 1000, 1000. In this way, we have to determine the value of individual letters from this table for our purpose. And I'm going to talk about some more cultural issues, because if we want to relate the Abjad numeric system with the number 1477, then we have to know the culture, Islamic culture as well. A quote from Christian Gruber. Gruber says that Muslim people, they believe in Creator, and they believe that Quranic verses are their best guardian. And they often use Quranic verses to invoke security or interact with the God or anything else. So they actually find this as a sacred thing. So Quran is their best guardian, and they use that for the security as well, for invoking security as well. David Cycleback, he has an interesting findings, interesting observation. He says that over years, human being has psychological attachment with numbers. So it is not about Muslim only, it is about human being. Human being has psychological attachment with numbers. What's about Muslim? Yes, if we, sometimes we see even today, even date, that Muslims, before starting writing anything, they write 786. Many of us know about this. Many of us don't know what is the meaning of 786. Actually, 786 means in Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. 786 indicates the first verse of Quran. So how Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is related to 786? Actually, 786 is the Abjad numeric value of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That means in this particular verse, there are 19 letters, and if we sum the value of the 19 letters, we shall get 786. That has also been mentioned by Jonah Blanc in his paper. So is there any relation, is there any practice of using Quranic verses on medieval period coins in Bengal? Yes, this is an example. This is a coin of Humayun that was issued from Bangala, Adil Bangala, and this coin has been illustrated in your book in page number 233 to 7. You will find the illustration here. And on the reverse of this particular book, you will find that after Shahada, this particular verse is there. Yerzak Allah mantasha bi ghairi hisab. Actually, this is a prayer. This is a kind of prayer. But actually, if we search on Quran in third surah, Surah Al-Imran, verse number 27, at the end of this verse, Allah says, وَتَرْزُقُ مَنْ تَشَاءُ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. So if we just try to compare these two things, we shall easily understand that this verse comes from, or this particular verse imitates the verse of Quran. So this is an application of Quranic verses in the coins issued from Bengal. So accumulating all these into in a single place, then I actually thought that probably there is a chance that 1477 has some connection with the verse of Quran, Quranic verses. If you ask me how did I get that, I shall answer, I don't know. Actually, I was thinking several things, and probably these information guided me towards this direction. And I found a website, masjidtakson.org. Interesting, very helpful site, because that helped me a lot, because this site, on this site, they have a text box where if you put the verse number, then you will get the abjad numeric value of the verse. So I started trying from the first to know whether there is any number, that number comes or not, 1477 comes or not. And I found that 5615, this verse has value, abjad numeric value, 1477. Yeah, in this way, this is the ayah, this is the verse. And in this verse, there are 12 letters. Putting the value of the 12 letters, I got 1477. So this is not a conclusive thing at all, but then I took what's the meaning of that? What is the meaning of the verse? The meaning of the verse is on thrones oven with gold and precious stones. So the literal meaning is on thrones oven. If I put this particular meaning, if I put this particular meaning of the verse here, if I replace it with this particular verse, then it is like this: on thrones oven, Al Sultan Al Adil Jalal Al Dunya Wal Din Abul Muzaffar Islam Shah Ibn Shershah. So if we carefully observe, if we carefully analyze, then we see that this meaning of this verse matches with the rest part of the legend of this particular side of the coin. Maybe this is accidentally or by intention. I don't know. Then I tried to know, then I tried to analyze further about, investigate further about, or analyze further about 1477. And I found that in Islamic scholars, they consider 19 as a very important number. So I tried to know whether there is any relation or not. David Cycleback, we are going to recall back his comment, says, that there is psychological attachment of human being to numbers. And in Islamic culture, among the Islamic scholars, they consider 19 as an important number. There are some reason. Reason is, firstly, this particular verse, 74:30. That literally means over it are 19, and in detail, over it in charge are 19 angels. So because of that, probably over it and 19 is important. That's not all about. Let us go forward. There are some play with numbers. There are kind of play with numbers. Let us play here. 19, 1 is the first number, 9 is the last number, 1 plus 9 equal to 10. 10, now I have 10, so 1 plus 0 equals to 1. All perishes, the first remains. So you see, 1 is first, all perishes, the first remains. So because of this particular thing, maybe or not, Rashid Khalifa, he argues that 19 means God is one. There's the reference. And why did he say God is one? That has an explanation, because actually Wahid means one, and Wahid, its object value is 19. Wahid, its object value is 19. So 19 means one, and he explains 19 means God is one. And probably he has been influenced by other religions also. John Eliot says that in Christian amulets, there is a protective spoken or written formula. There is one God. Similar to that, Rashid Khalifa says 19 means God is one. So it's a magical statement, or it could be a protective statement. Because of that, probably they're thinking that 19 is a protective number. Let us say how 19 could be thought of as a protective number. There is a hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Narrated, the hadith has been narrated by Ibn Masud, and Prophet says that if anybody wants to protect himself or herself from 19 guards of hell, should recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Each alphabet of the verse will act as protection from the said 19 guards. There is a verse, above it there is 19. So if anybody wants to protect themselves from the 19 guards, he or she should recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And in Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in Arabic, in the original form, there are 19 alphabets. So each alphabet will protect him or her from 19 guards. That means 19 is a protective number. Now, by coincidence or intention, I'm not sure, I don't know, I found by using the same method of playing with number, 1477, 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 7, it is 19. And 19 means 1. So 1477 could be calculated into 1 again. So what's about to start then? Yeah, according to Allegra Lafrat, says there are many symbols of Prophet Solomon, King Solomon, Prophet Solomon, and his throne is the most significant, most extraordinary, and that is the most wonderful among all the thrones that other kings have sat upon. And that was also made of gold, ivory, etc., and precious stones as well. So remember, you just let us recall back our verse 56:15. The verse says, "On thrones oven." So there is a bit kind of relationship here. And why am I relating? Because so King Solomon is also has also another symbol, that is six-pointed star is also reckoned as the star of King Solomon. There is a Star of David though, but there is a bit difference with the two stars. So a six-pointed star is reckoned as the star of King Solomon. So this star is also considered as a protective mark, not only in Islam, Islamic culture, but actually it is a medieval Arabic culture, medieval or even earlier, I'm not sure, but in medieval culture, there was in the Arabic region, considered as a protective mark. Let us see this particular amulet. I actually did not use this in my article or in the book. I did not find this earlier. When I was preparing this slide for presentation today, I found this, suddenly I found this on a particular group on Facebook. This is an amulet. And I find that there are some Hebrew written here. And interesting thing is I found two stars here. So I don't have more information about this. I found that this is an amulet. I don't know how to read Hebrew. I don't know what is written here, but from the thing, as it is an amulet, as it is used for protective purpose, so it is for protective purpose. And on this protective tablet, what they call it, there are two star symbols here. So star symbols are also maybe a protective symbol here. I'm sorry, my time's up, I know, but I am going to finish this within few minutes. A few more things here. Okay, a few more things, few more images will help us to know about the use of star as a protective symbol. It is Agra Fort Gate. I collected this image, this picture from World of Coins. I remember probably this is from Amit Bhai, if I'm not wrong. So he gave me permission of using this image, using this photo, and this on this Agra Fort Gate, at the top, 3 stars. Entrance stars means protection. Actually, it's a protective number, I guess. Protective symbol, I guess. Here it is the picture of Purana Kila. Also, I collected this from World of Coins, from probably Bernard. I don't recall, but I took permission from him. And again, on this gate, I see this star. So entrance protected by a symbol, star, 6-pointed star. So in conclusion, I want to argue that probably 6-pointed star may symbolize as a protective mark. 1477 is probably an abjad value, and it may have some connection with the verse 56:15 of Al-Quran. 1477 may have connection with 19, which may symbolize as a protective number. And if so, this is the final presentation on this particular side of the coin. This is the star protective symbol. 1477 means on throne's oven, has some value of it is 19. 19 is a protective number. So here is the presentation, and but I actually could not talk about this particular dot. But I see that there are everything. This if this means on throne's oven, its some value is 19. It's a protective number. The throne's protective number. It's a protective symbol. So from whom are we expecting protection? This is one dot. So I don't know, probably you can explain that. So thank you very much for your patience hearing.
Thank you. That was extremely interesting. I think I should mention right away that on counting tokens of the Netherlands, you will find that also the text has words that are represented or letters that represent numbers. So there is this also in other cultures, you will find that there is a close connection with letters and numbers. I do have a little question, which is on the upper part of the coin, as you have shown it on one of your first slides, which is what your talk is all about. You also showed that different rulers have issued the same type of coins, and they do not have the year 1477 number, and they do not have the star or the dot. And you show them in the lots in the beginning of your presentation.
Yeah.
I am wondering, on the coins of other rulers, what exactly is in that spot? How are they replacing the 1477 and the star?
Yeah, interesting question. And I did not think about that earlier. Though I do believe that it is about belief, individual belief. It is about individual perception. It is possible that Islam Shah was religious, or he was, or his some officials may have been influenced by these cultures, or he has been taught, or he was educated by these things. It is possible that it was not at the mind of Sher Shah, or later sultans did not have those perceptions in mind. So it is actually possible that individuals' thoughts or beliefs have been has influenced the different different characteristics, features of coins.
Right. There are two remarks that I would like to relay, apart from quite a number of comments. One of them is from Christian. He says, could that dot simply be there as a sort of a filler or a decoration to fill up an area that would otherwise have been blank?
Actually, I missed the question because there was an internet issue. Could you please repeat the question?
Certainly.
Yeah.
The question is, could the dot be just a sort of decoration or something to fill a blank area there in order to get balance in the design?
All right. It is not unlikely. It is not unlikely, but we don't find the culture of this kind of fillers by using only dots. In the case of Shah Rupee, we find some designs as decorations, not by dots. I'm not sure. Nobody can actually explain these things, because that can be a mint mark, that can be anything else. But I don't think that it is a filler by a dot.
Okay, thank you. Joseph has asked a question as well, one that is confusing me. So I wonder if he could just unmute himself and explain the question.
Hello. Your drawing in the final slide has a 5-pointed star. And the Star of Solomon and the stars on the coins are 6-pointed.
Oh, yeah. Scrambled. I cannot actually get you.
The star you have on the slide. That's
yeah. I'm sorry. Now I got this. Actually, you were right. Originally, it is 6-pointed star, but here I have put 5-pointed star wrongly.
But all the coins have 6-pointed stars.
That is 6-pointed star actually.
Okay, thank you. Very interesting.
It's a 6-pointed star. Originally, it's a 6-pointed star. I actually wrongly put 5-pointed star here. It's a 6-pointed star.
Thank you.
Okay, got that. Thank you. New question just came in. Could the star not be just an ornament that had been used in most Sultanate and Mughal rupees and mohurs?
I am repeatedly sorry again actually because I could not get the question because of internet issue. Would you please once again?
Sure. Could the star symbol be just an ornamental element that had been used in most Sultanates and Mughal rupees and mohurs?
Actually, these are Bengal issues, and as these are Bengal, we find the use of star only in case of Islam Shah Rupee and his successor, Muhammad Adil. So as these are from Bengal, one possibility is these are mint marks. Another possibility is the explanation that I tried to give. Or another possibility is, of course, it is an ornamental thing.
Well, I find your detective work on the number 1477 quite convincing. I have a different explanation of the star, actually. I think it's not a star. I think it's two triangles. One triangle pointing up, another triangle pointing down. This is, I found in my own library, the explanation that it is used in Islam in this way to give two complementary opposites, like hot and cold, or man and woman. And here, if the reference of the number 1477 is to thrones, you could interpret the two triangles as the complementary opposites of worldly power and earthly power. In other words, the ruler and the god, who are interwoven as complementary. It's the power of Allah, which is complementary to the power of the ruler. What do you think of this explanation?
Thank you very much. It is really very interesting question. And the occult science, they actually discusses these things. There are these stars are actually a combination of two opposite forces. An explanation is one is fire and another is water, or many other explanations are there. Bad power, good power. What I personally think that religion is sometimes influenced by local culture or the education that we get from the society. These things, that means the occult science, the education of these kind of opposite forces. And I have also shown that the star actually remains in the even earlier than the Islam. So these symbols were used in the society in the Middle East even before Islam arrived. And these things have been in the culture of the people of Arab region. So when religion came, religion taught many things, but they did not give up everything. And one of the things that they did not give up maybe is the star. I'm telling you that using these numbers, using any kind of symbols as protective number in Islam, in religion, is not permitted. But we know that in every societies, in every Islamic societies, we find that there is religion, there is Quran, there is Hadith, but they are also using amulets. But Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not like using amulets, but we are using amulets. Also, we are performing the religion Islam. That means we are performing religion Islam, but we did not give up everything that we have learned from the society. So it is possible that two contrasting things. One is religion, another is what is prohibited in religion is prevailing in the society side by side. So actually, though you were rightly saying that this is opposite to the other theory, because I am trying to relate this thing with the verse of Quran, but this is opposite to the culture of Islam, original teaching of Islam. So as it is the culture, issue of culture, so culture, we did not give up these things. We also adopted these things, and we are maintaining both on the coins. It is a possibility. It is a kind of possibility.
Well, thank you very much. I would recommend that you read the chat because there are many fine comments there. Otherwise, I think we have finished our meeting of today. I would like to thank the audience who has made it a very lively discussion, who has made the speakers feel welcome, who've contributed to the relaxed atmosphere of this discussion. I would like to thank also the speakers who have provided fantastic and very varied content. And with that, I'm telling you that we are already preparing the next session, which is going to be in 1 month. And I hope to see you all again at that time. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. I'll now close the meeting.